In this conclusion, there is no explanation of transit. There is no explanation of effect of transit. There is no explanation in this particular conclusion that there is no task, precaution or chanting. I can offer you the whole premium content and I can offer you a very golden opportunity. For that, you need to visit my website, prakashastrologer.com, and from there, you can download Android app. If you have an Android phone, so kindly download the Android app and enjoy 13 weeks trial. From 13 weeks trial for Android app, you will have access to the full premium content, all the premium content of weekly horoscope and the monthly horoscope. You can enjoy that. But at the same time, Aries, month of November, the conclusion of the month 2022. Aries, for all of you. First thing first, your chart of the month. Rahu transiting in your Lagna, which is very unique, but Rahu's position based on Mars. Mars transiting in third house. Rahu's position based on Mars, but Mars position is quite strong in third house. And first house occupied by Rahu, second house is empty, third house is occupied by Mars, but Mars position is very tricky in third house. Seventh house is occupied by Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. But here this particular union, Sun and Venus are always together. They always help each other. Master and the slave. Venus and Ketu, then we can't take them as a best friend, but Ketu is associated with Venus. Here the position of Venus, because Venus is in conjunction with the position of Sun, Venus, Mercury, Ketu. Here the Sun and Mercury are getting together and try to, shut down the Venus or dominate the Venus position. But sometime Venus is in the transiting in Libra. That will not be the case. Moon and Saturn together in 10th house. This combination in 10th house, okay. Most of this Moon and Saturn union is not very positive, but Moon and Saturn together in Capricorn, but in 10th house, some positivity is there. Jupiter position in 12th house. I'm not very favorable, highly favorable Jupiter position in 12th house. But Jupiter transiting in Pisces, so some positive side is there. Let's talk about conclusion of the month, Aries, month of November. Rahu transiting in the Lagna. Aries, you have to refrain from any kind of negative thinking, self-destructive thinking, distorted thinking. You have to get rid of these kind of crackpot thinking. Please beware of severe headaches, beware of migraine, beware of eye infection. Try not to be self-destructive. Try not to be involved in those activities which can only create a huge losses for you. Don't do that. Refrain from unnecessary expenditure. The position of Rahu in Lagna can dominate your partner's health. It can dominate your matrimonial relationship. Position of Rahu will only give you ego and aggression. That will create a lot of enemies, lot of opponents, and sometimes nothing is happening around you, but sometimes you can feel you can feel very much threatened, and sometimes you are in the middle of a conflict. So be careful. Refrain from unnecessary ego massage. You have to be careful how you applying your ego and determination and drive and temper. Be careful, but making sure that try to be positive, try to be creative, not destructive. Mars position in third house. Mars in third house will give you courage and confidence, no doubt about it. But in communication with the world around you, refrain from infusing with aggression. If you inputting aggression in your communication, you will spoiling all your relationship personally and professionally. But Mars position third house will give you confidence and courage. With that is a very big force, confidence and courage. You can win a lot of things. You can resolve a lot of things. You can root out a lot of your problems. There may be some kind of a favor from our authorities because you are not afraid of anything to face anything. But if you are infusing too much aggression in your communication, then your relationship will suffer. Personally and professionally both. With your confidence and courage, you can fulfill your desire, achieving any goal. No doubt about it. There will be success through efforts. If you are involved in any litigation, your success will be there. If you are participating in any activity, your courage will appear. Your strong presence will appear. You can achieve anything. Here, Mars position in 3rd house. You will be totally presenting yourself as an independent boss. And you'll be very performing your duties, achieving successful, very courageous, very brave, showing people the ultimate drive and discipline and accomplishing impossible. Definitely. And winning all the time. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in 7th house. This position in 7th house, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. You don't have a conflict, but you will end up creating a conflict you shouldn't be, personally or professionally. And due to that, there will be dispute, personal level or professional life, which you shouldn't be. But sometimes these 4 planets in 7th house, you will be under force to find out where you stand in your life. You will be under compulsion to find out what you stand, what are your rights, what are your duties, and what you should do. And it will shake you up, your union. You will occupy a position of higher status. Business transaction will prove to be beneficial to you as long as you're on the right track, as long as you do the most needful. You can be victorious in your arguments. No doubt about it. You will win the whole thing with your courage, with your creativity, with your vision, with your imagination, with your creativity. No doubt about it. But you must know, it's all depending on your search and research and if you are on the right track. You will travel around quite a lot. You can be extremely argumentative. In everything, people raise a question, you'll have an answer. But sometimes in argument, use the logic, not the ego. Travel will be, running around will be quite a lot. Refrain from any kind of financial losses if you're not very careful. And look after your health regarding abdominal issues. Sometimes you will be under a lot of stress or pressure. Business dealing will be profitable. You can win a lot. You can achieve a lot. If you're in a joint venture and if you're on the right track, you can accomplish anything which is impossible. And you'll be succeeding in your undertaking as long as you're not using an aggressive approach. As long as you're diplomatic and polite, then you can achieve a lot. You'll enjoy luxuries and lifestyle. And as long as you are very polite, refrain from using too much ego and aggression, then you'll be fine. Travel will be quite a lot. You can be all over the place and sometimes you spend plenty of money to enjoyment. You want to enjoy thoroughly and you want to enjoy luxury, passion, intimacy, and you want to achieve everything. But if you're in the middle of a dispute, you have to be extremely careful. This particular union, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu, this will push you if you're into a living argument and conflict between you and the other people around you. That conflict can be a dispute related with inheritance, dispute related with property, dispute related with joint fund, or you are fighting with somebody due to money. You end up in a court. That can be, you want money from somebody. You have to be well behaved. You have to be properly behaved. If you are in the middle of a relationship, you have to know what the partner wants to hear from you. And sometimes if you become over aggressive, you can end up spoiling something very important, which you shouldn't be. At this particular time period, you'll have a lot of attention from the companion. And you'll be given a lot of attention. You'll enjoy romance, intimacy. And if you're a single person, romantic relationship will be there to fulfilling your needs. So be brave, but don't do anything which you can't justify. Saturn, Moon position in 10th house. Sun, Saturn, Moon, if I look at the union, Moon and Saturn union is I'm not very favorable for this union. But Saturn and Moon together in Capricorn in 10th house. Here you will receive a lot of favor from superior higher authorities. Decision maker will support you. Your professional life will have a rising. You'll dominate over your opponents with your logic, with your hard work, with your determination. But look after your health. Your desire will be fulfilled. Success will come to you as long as you give the most needed efforts. There are losses in business if you're not very careful. Beware of cheating, deception, fraud, and don't do anything which you can't even justify. Don't involve in that kind of project or invest that kind of money in that kind of venture which you have no idea at all. People can take you for those kind of rides. And do not involve yourself in a risky business venture. There you will face financial losses if you involve too much risky business venture, which you have no clue about. Sometimes personal life can be revolve around a lot of domestic argument, conflict, sometimes misunderstanding, and sometimes too much acquisition on each other. There might be a change of place regarding residence or business or both. You want to occupy a very high position. You can occupy a very high position. You will receive honor, name, fame, and popularity will be rising, and you will be well respected by people who have authority and power. But at the same time, you might have a few issues between you and your higher authorities, between you and your parents. Look after your relationship between you and your parents. Refrain from any kind of animosity between you and your parents. You can become wealthy and established in your own business, in your own profession, in your own career, and you will come out and you're starting a new chapter of prosperity. Result of Jupiter in 12th house. Expenditure can be sky high, but with your own will, but only on the good deeds. You'll organize a lot of charitable events, and those events only for you want to help somebody, or religious events or charitable events, or sometimes you want to help people. Journeys here will be totally, sometimes you can be all over the place, and look after your health, look after your father's health and well-being. You might go abroad. You'll have a lot of planning to go abroad or travel around, but refrain from, people can mislead you, people can cheat you. Be careful. You'll spend a lot of money for companionship. You end up spending a lot of money to enjoyment. You want to spend a lot of money for traveling. You would like to spend a lot of money to thoroughly have a joy factor. But at the same time, beware of foul habits, bad habits. Be careful and don't do anything which you can't justify, please. Aries, the prominent dates for Aries month of November. Prominent dates are, these prominent dates, if you're signing any important contract, if you're organizing any important event, if you're organizing any important meeting, business meeting, test, exam, interview, romantic date, presentation, then pick any of these dates. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 7th, 8th, 12th, 13th, 19th, 20th, 28th, 29th, 30th of November. Wish you all the very best of luck. Taurus month of November, the conclusion of the month for Taurus. But Taurus is the monthly forecast, the monthly chart is in the 1st house, 4th house, 7th house, 10th house is empty. The Kendra is the center of the chart is totally empty. 2nd house is occupied by Mars. Mars position 2nd house is very tricky. 6th house is occupied by Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. Sun position is very positive in 6th house. Venus position not positive, negative. Ketu position negative. Mercury's position is very positive. 9th house is occupied by Saturn and Moon. Here the union of Saturn and Moon in 9th house okay, but not very prominent. Jupiter position in 11th house is okay, very good, supportive. Rahu's position in 12th house is very negative and very destructive. So here I'm going to, let's talk about the month of November for Taurus. In this coming month, may I say that Mars position in 2nd house. There are a lot of issues between you and the family members. Sometimes you can overreact, sometimes you talk a lot, sometimes you end up hurting a lot of people with your language, attitude, mannerism, behavior. You have to watch your behavior with your family members and even with the people outside the family. Mars position 2nd house, you'll face few financial losses if you're making any kind of hasty decision, hasty moves. You'll develop a lot of fear from people around you, fear from enemies, fear from authorities. You have to be extremely cautious and careful. Sometimes you'll face a lot of disappointment during this phase of time. You overreact in situation, and sometimes you're not dealing the way you should deal the overall situation. Result of Mars in 2nd house. If you are professionally, you're a doctor, solicitor, barrister, police officer or commanding officer in army, then this time will be very productive and unique and you'll be winning properly. You go through a lot of struggle, but that struggle will convert into success. The government may inflict some of you with you And sometimes people with overreactive over-aggressive attitude with higher authority, you can cause a lot of punishment for yourself. You spend a lot for family. You spend a lot to pay the debts. And you can lose money through cheating, deception, fraud, or theft. Or you can lose money by punishing by the government authorities. And sometimes you will commit those kind of deeds which are not good. You can commit a lot of sinful deeds. Don't perform those kind of deeds. Be careful. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in 6th house. There will be destruction of enemies. There would be destruction of a lot of opposition. The success will be there in litigation and gain in business. You'll have some kind of affection with higher authorities, and may I say you'll have many enemies, but you'll be able to solve a lot of your problem. You will not get along with your family member. Sometimes you and your family member have a lot of problem with each other, especially you have an issue between you and your father. And this particular time period, you have a major issue between you and your family member. And sometimes you end up destroying your parental wealth or parental business if you're not very careful. Or sometimes you and your father can in each other's throat. Not very good. You may have a few bitter relationship between you and your family, and sometimes the experience between you and your family is not very good. You have a lot of arguments or conflicting situation between you and your family, and you're raising a lot of enemies. Due to your behavior, you build a lot of enemies which you shouldn't be. And sometimes people will grass you up, people will backstab you, people will speak very foul about you, and expenditure can be waste. Expenditure can be on those things which you shouldn't be. In this time period, your enemies will snatch away your money. Your enemies will snatch away your right. Your enemies will snatch away your status, prestige, honor, and wealth. You have to be careful. You face a major obstacles in earning your money. People will put you in some kind of a trap. This particular time, your juniors will waste your money. Your junior will spoil your money, or people will waste your money, or people will spoil your money. And if you're into relationship, due to misunderstanding, due to argument, due to conflicting situation, because if you're not very careful with your word of speech, you might end up having a separation from your partner. You have a sort of secret worries or tension or unstable temper. Your enemies will create a fear, anxiety, and you may have a living arguments and conflict. You may join hands with your enemies. Sometimes you can be all over the place. You'll be victorious after fighting with your enemies. You have to come to a compromise situation between you and your enemies. And sometimes you have no other way to lead. You have to listen. You have to say, okay, this is reality. Whatever the best I can do. Then you make a compromise. Please be careful. Moon and Saturn are together in 9th house. This particular period, with your elders' blessing, you will be prosperous. With your elders' blessing, you will be renowned, successful. You'll be performing a lot of virtuous deeds, religious deeds, spiritual deeds, charitable deeds. You'll involve a lot of good deeds. You progress in independent business venture, performing a lot of religious rituals, a lot of spiritual deeds as well as, and you involve yourself quite a lot. Your relationship, may I say, with your friends and seniors will be good. You'll acquire a comfort, but your desire will be fulfilled with your elders' blessings. Gain of wealth through business will be there. There will be rise in status, prestige, and honor. And this particular period, you will travel quite a lot. Travel to religious places, involving in a good deeds, maybe spiritual deeds or religious deeds. And this particular time period, may I respectfully say to you that listen to your elders. They can help you resolving any professional or financial issue or resolving any conflicting issue. Be careful. Result of Jupiter in 11th house. Honors, awards will come to you. And especially if you're a project manager, program manager, if you're a company CEO, with your team effort, you can accomplish anything. Professional people will help you. And decision maker will support you. With their support, anybody who's professionally qualified, anybody who's decision maker will support you. With their support, you can dominate any situation. Professional friends will provide you, will support you. If you're leading any team or project, team members will support you. win your success. They'll help you to winning any situation and become very successful. Professional people, a professional team will support you. Most of your desire will be fulfilled. If you're a project manager, if you're a program manager, if you're a company CEO, most of your professional desire will be fulfilled. If you're leading project, you'll be able to make it success with the team efforts. Wealth can be gained, support can be gained. Professionally, you'll be achieving rising. You'll be involved, you'll be highly active, creative, and you'll become very prosperous through your own efforts and accomplishment. You'll get the awards from professional people. Professional people recognize you, appreciate you, support you. You'll be associating with a lot of good people, endowed with comforts, lifestyle. There'll be a rise in status, prestige, and honor. You'll achieving continuous gain, and you'll find happiness and respect, recognition and appreciation. And you'll find the way to achieve dignified status, prestige, and honor. All the professional decision makers will stand by you, support you, and even your team will be thick and thin, stand by you, support you. With their effort, you can complete your project, make it highly successful. Result of Rahu in 12th house. There can be a financial losses if you're not careful through cheating, deception, fraud, or scam. Business, if you're going for a business traveling, that can result into losses if you're not careful. Speculation, you have to do it very proper understanding. Not just blindly use speculation. No. Beware of cheating, deception, fraud. If you involve yourself in a huge expenditure, think thoroughly. Consult an expert. Change of residence is likely to happen during this phase of time. Beware of fire, beware of thieves and thugs. And people who have con artists can be source of your trouble. People will try to cheat you, try to steal money from you. Be careful. You may suffer from a lot of health issue regarding heavy-headedness or eye infection or issue with your lack of sleep. Sometimes there's a lack of sleep. Sometimes you're very much worried, very much upset. Even in your sleep, you're thinking constantly what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do. It's thinking like that. Taurus month of November, the prominent dates for month of November is 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 30th of November. The prominent dates, if you're signing any important contract, organizing any important event or meeting, business meeting, test, exam, interview, romantic date, presentation. These are the prominent dates for month of November. Honor these dates, pick these any of these dates, achieve the dignified success, prosperity, rising, and accomplishment. Gemini month of November 2022, the conclusion of the month from Gemini. First thing first, your monthly chart. Mars transiting your Lagna, which is very unique and very positive. 10th house is occupied by Jupiter. Mars and Jupiter together, they help each other. Rahu's position 11th house, not very positive, but Rahu's based on Mars. So if the Mars is positive, Rahu will be positive. Saturn and Moon 8th house, not positive at all. Not at all. You have to be very careful. Moon and Saturn union is not very good union. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in 5th house. The house is very unique. Libra sign appeared in 5th house, very unique. And position of, may I say, Sun, Mercury, Venus in 5th house, very unique. Ketu's position 5th house, not very good, but Ketu will depend on Venus. So let's talk about the forecast for the whole monthly November conclusion. In this coming month, Mars transiting your Lagna. Mars position in Lagna. During this time period, if you are suffering with diabetes, if you're suffering with blood pressure, if you're suffering with migraine, you have to be very careful. If you're diabetic, if you're suffering with migraine, you have to be very careful. If you're suffering with blood pressure, you have to be very careful. Here, the Mars transiting your Lagna, your energy level can multiply by 4 or 5. But that energy is very, very high. How are you going to control this energy of Mars? Refrain from shouting and screaming or losing temper. Try to make this energy very creative, very productive. Then you can accomplish something infinite. something impossible to possible. If you're not going to control this energy properly, then this Mars energy is huge. You end up having a huge mental anguish, which you shouldn't be. You can be excited very, very high. All the time hyper and excited. That is not good at all. You should use your vision, use your imagination, but make sure this energy should not be wasted by only excitation, only screaming, shouting, and no. That will be sheer waste. You have to use this energy in most creative way. You may be prone to accident. If you become too hyper, you're prone to accident. If you're too hyper, you might injure yourself or injure somebody. And you got to make sure that you're not wasting this energy. You'll defeat your enemies. You have to defeat your enemies. You can defeat your enemies with a common sense, not with aggression. With a common sense, not with only aggression. Here, you're not afraid of anybody. If you're not afraid of anything, then discipline can break. But that is not a right way. You have to respect the law. You have to respect the social infrastructure. Yes. You can't say, I don't care. No, that's not the way. Then you will end up going to that particular part of your life where you don't need to be. Refrain from creating enemies with your attitude, with your aggression, with your ego. And if you are already married person, refrain from foul temper all the time, overreaction all the time. If you do, then you end up ruining your very precious relationship, which you shouldn't be. This time period, may I say that always have control yourself. Try not to be overreactive. Get a grip. And you have to have a balance. And you can perform impossible to possible. With your discipline, with your control, with your determination, yes. You can make impossible to possible, yes. But you can perform a lot of good deeds only with the self-control. You can achieve something dignified. You'll be shining like a star. People will acknowledge you as a superstar or rising star, but only with the discipline. Decision maker will favor with you. Decision maker will support you. You'll be attracting a lot of wealth with your creativity, with your dynamism, with your dynamic spirit. You'll attain a lot. But as longer your discipline is implemented, then you attain a lot. Otherwise, you will attain only arguments, fighting, conflict, disputes. No, you don't need that. These will not give you anything. Result of Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in 5th house. By applying your intelligence, not applying your temper, but applying your common sense, you can make impossible to possible. You will earn a lot. By applying your intelligence, by applying your common sense, superior will grant you favor. Everybody will support you thick or thin. Family life will provide you comfort. You will be very comfortable. You'll acquire name, fame, fulfilling all your desire by applying your intelligence. Become very active, very creative, highly driven, very disciplined. Then, if you're participating in any test, exam, interview, you name it, you'll nail it down you can achieve, glorify success. You'll enjoy any exam, any test. You say, yeah, give it to me. You make it like this. Yes. But applying your intelligence, not your paranoia, not your madness. Wealth, comfort, name, fame will be gained. Yes. By applying your intelligence, you enjoy great comfort. If you have any enemies, you dominate them. You'll gain name, fame, fulfilling your desire. Travel is likely to happen. There's a lot of running around. There are many arguments, many conflicts. But don't make it foul one. Please control yourself. Watch your word of speech and mannerism. There will be a lot of fear from superior if you're crossing the line, which will cause a lot of anguish, which you shouldn't be. Don't cross the line. There will be many benefit from government if you are on the line, if you follow the discipline, if you building up your drive, become more determined, but follow the discipline. If you behave like an artist, you're performing quite a lot. All the artists have discipline and drive. You will be capable of solving any problem. You will be capable of, in this month, achieving anything. Infinite will be your limit with your own effort. Yes, energy can be 4 times, 5 times. Yes, with your own efforts, you can accomplish anything. Your popularity will be glowing, rising, successful. Superior will grant you favor. You will earn the superior's respect. Everybody will glorify you. People will appreciate you. People will recognize you. People will acknowledge you. No doubt about it. Those people will be decision maker. People who have wealth, power and authority. Yes. Moon and Saturn position in 8th house. Not very good. If you have diabetes, if you have a water retention problem, if you have a problem with your bladders, if you have a joint pain, if you have any kind of if you have suffering with breathing problem, any health issues, Saturn and Moon union in 8th house is not good. Look after your health and wealth and don't do anything which you can't justify. You got to look after, go and see your doctor if you have any change in the health scenario situation. There will be some kind of a health issues or suffering and you'll go through a lot of anguish during this phase of time. Look after anything below the button of belly, any pain, any uneasiness, any water retention, any issue with your bladders, you have any issue with the cold or breathing or joint pain or anything, you must go and see your doctor, please. And look after your reputation. Please don't do anything which you can't justify. There will be a sudden financial loss. There will be a sudden financial gain. Be prepared for both of those kind of scenario situations. Result of Jupiter in 10th house. Jupiter position in my Pisces in 10th house. Pisces is not is like a moon tricone sign, but Pisces is give the Jupiter the open avenue. Your income resources will be rising. Events will be auspicious. Favor will come through from decision maker, from higher authority. You'll have some sort of a professional rising. If you're going for independent business, you'll make something dignified. If you're unemployed, you'll acquire a job. If you are in a business, you'll find a very dignified, unique opportunity. You can do something very dignified and you'll come across a very unique project. You will occupying a very high position which will give you wealth, power and authority. You receive honors. You'll be very popular among people. You'll be respected by higher authorities and decision maker will acknowledge you, support you and give you name and fame. Result of Rahu in 11th house. Rahu's effects are based on Mars. Mars position is in the Lagna. Your earning can be extremely good. Business travel will be bringing you very unique opportunities. You will come across a very dignified opportunities. If you are participating in any kind of a stock and share market or trading, your accomplishment can be there. Dignified accomplishment can be there. Higher authority will support you. If you're leading any like a joint venture, if you're leading any kind of a professional venture, financial venture, you can make it very dignified success. You'll be able to lead a business professional organization. Accomplishments can be unique. You can achieve something most dignified. People will support you. People will be very fascinated by your vision, your imagination, your resources, your creativity. Yes. People will be stand by you thick or thin and you can accomplish something most dignified. But at the same time, look after your relationship with higher authorities. If you have any issue, legal issue with higher authority, if they're not satisfied with you, you must sort it out properly. Please hire a consultant. Listen to the consultant and make a deal. Cancerian month of November 2022, the conclusion of the month for Cancerian. In the monthly forecast, the monthly chart for Cancerian, 12th house is occupied by Mars, which is not positive. Cancerian center, which is 1st, 4th, 7th, 10th. In the Lagna, there is no planet. 2nd house, there is no other planet. 3rd house, there is no other planet transiting at this particular moment for Cancerian. 4th house, the 4 planets are there transiting: Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. And position of Ketu is not positive. Position of Sun, okay. Venus position is very positive. Mercury position in 4th house is quite unique. 5th house for monthly transit is empty. 6th house is empty. 7th house is occupied by Moon and Saturn. The combination of Moon and Saturn is not positive. No. We call it Vish Yoga. Some people call it Nandi Yoga. And in this particular union, Moon and Saturn together in the 7th house is not very good. And 9th house is 8th house is empty. 9th house for Cancerian is occupied by Jupiter. Most prominent position of Jupiter in 9th house. Most helpful position for Cancerian in 9th house, the house of luck. 10th house is occupied by Rahu. Rahu is based on Mars. Rahu's position is based on Saturn and Mars. So sometimes positive, sometimes is not very positive. So I'm going to define each and every effect for all these 9 planets step by step. So Cancerian, the conclusion of the month for this coming month. First thing first, the union. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu transiting in 4th house. In this union, Sun and Mercury are absolutely fine. Venus and Ketu, this combination is not very good. So Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu, there are 2 groups within this particular big gang, and those groups are Sun, Mercury, Venus, Sun, Mercury, Ketu, and Sun, Mercury, Venus is loser. Sun, Mercury, Ketu, again the Ketu is loser. Here we have to be extremely cautious and careful. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in 4th house. There will be harmony with Uranus or Zodiac. You have a domestic harmony and try to build a relationship. Try to invest a lot of passion, care, listening. Superior may grant you favor. Cancerian, you may acquire some kind of a land or property or car. Wealth and vehicle can be acquired under this period. You gain from the land and business. Generally, you'll have a material comfort. The government or higher position or people who have a wealth, power and authority will favor you. These people who are decision maker will favor you. There is some chance of wasteful expenditure. There will be some chance dissociation of Nearest one or sometime kind of foul temperament. There is a chance of living conflict in the family relationship. You have to be very careful. Cancerian, you will face quite a few difficulty in domestic scene, domestic scenario. You have a few difficult scenarios, equation can be developed in professional life. You have to make sure that domestic and professional life must have some kind of a balance. Should not be a living conflict or argument in your domestic life or professional life. There may be infliction of wound by animal or by car. Be careful. You may develop dispute with family and friends. And some disputes are quite huge. There may be some kind of a pain in your stomach due to tension and depression or pain in your male and female organs. Government employee will have a dispute with the official, with the higher authorities, with their boss, with their seniors. There may be change of place. Sometimes there is a change of place. Sometimes you're thinking about to create a change of place regarding your profession, regarding your residence. Sometimes you're thinking seriously to create a major changes in your profession as well as your residence. Your peace of mind can be lost. Expenditure can be excessive. You'll have some kind of issues in your personal life and professional life. Disfavor may fall upon you from people who have a legal authority. You like to enjoy thoroughly, no doubt about it. And you like to do the very best. And you like to start a companionship, especially if you're a single person. And with your own efforts, you can achieve quite a lot. Efforts will be handsomely rewarded. And this particular time period, you will be coming across as a resourceful person, blessed with all the comforts and all kind of comforts and luxuries. You'll be thoroughly recognized and appreciated. But at the same time, in personal life, in professional life, there are few tricky scenario situations and you have to overcome those. Some situation can be very difficult, not easy, not straightforward. Result of Saturn and Moon in 7th house. Moon and Saturn, 7th house, they're together in the house of marriage, house of relationship, house of joint venture. There might be a change of residence. There might be a foreign journey. But traveling can be challenging, not easy. Money can be lost in a joint venture. People will let you down very badly if you involve yourself in a joint venture. Enemy will create a fear in you. There are a lot of false allegation on you. Sometimes you can be overwhelmed by the too many false allegations. People will pamper you, people will bombard you with false allegations. You will be highly tempted to associate with others, companion, and looking for help. Abdominal pain may be source of suffering. The female in general will favor you sometime. Female in general can backstab you sometime. Sometimes female in general can give you backing as well. Sometimes you have to be very careful when you're dealing with a female partner. Earning from business and travel will be rising with a lot of hard efforts. You'll achieve your professional rising and there are a lot of opportunities. But at the same time, you have to look after you. If you're a married person, look after your partner, look after your marriage. You will be involved in a lot of disputes, arguments. You will be involved in a lot of living conflicting situation. Beware of court cases. Beware of legal disputes. And you'll go through face some kind of hardships. You spend a lot of money on secret deeds. Sometimes you don't want to share with anybody for satisfying your own pleasure. Sometimes you'll enjoy thoroughly, but there is a secret player. And sometimes you like to spend a lot of money. Result of Jupiter in 9th house, in the house of luck. Result of Jupiter in 9th house in the house of luck, which is the most prominent house which owned by Jupiter. You're undertaking a lot of religious journeys, and sometimes those journeys can be religious journey toward some sort of a charity, some sort of a spiritual exercise. Sometimes you might go for traveling for the business reason. There are a lot of opportunity to associate with Uranus to -1. Events will be auspicious. You'll be performing a lot of virtuous deeds. You'll gain in wealth and wisdom. There will be acquisition of land and vehicle. You'll be prosperous and talented and handsome. And you'll be endowed with many comforts, luxuries, support, guidance. You'll be blessed with relatives. You will be indulging in a lot of uninteresting arguments and love your teachers, love your relatives, love your friends. And you'll have a lot of support from them. You'll be very fortunate, renowned and successful, will be performing of virtuous deeds and religious deeds. Result of Rahu in 10th house. Result of Rahu in 10th house, generally there will be a lot of loss of earnings. There are a lot of hardships in your business professional decisions. Sometimes you have to look after your health. Beware of professional financial losses. Beware of any kind of decision which you are making professionally. Beware of any kind of a legal dispute, personally or professionally. But beware of a professional conflict and financial conflict. Be careful. If you're involved in a legal issue, then you need a proper advice. Be careful, please. Result of Mars in 12th house. Wealth can be lost and you may suffer from a lot of disappointments in your dealings. Your health may suffer. You may have a lot of trouble with your eyesight. You may have an injury due to some kind of an accident or due to fire. If you're a pregnant lady, then you have to be extra careful. The government or those who have a land of the law's power can be source of your trouble. You will be very keen to travel abroad, but due to wrong judgment, you may suffer a lot of issues, personal issues, professional issues, financial issues. You'll be troubled by enemies. You lose money in business if you're not very careful. You lose money in court cases if you're not very careful. You can be punished by higher authorities and face few hardships if you're not careful. Be careful. Cancerian month of November. The prominent dates for month of November are these dates are if you're signing any important contract, organizing any important event or meeting or business meeting or romantic date or going for a test exam or anything like very important or interview. Pick any of these dates for you, Cancerian. 9th, 10th, 11th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 19th, 20th, 26th, 27th of November are the prominent date for your success and achievements and rewards. Wish you very best of luck. Leo month of November, the conclusion of the month for month of November. Leo, in this coming month, the whole month, the monthly forecast I'm going to define. Leo, Lagna, there's no planet. There's no, Lagna is empty. Second house, there's no other planets. Third house, you have a 4-planet Leo, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. Fourth house, totally empty. Fifth house is empty. Sixth house is occupied by Moon and Saturn, which is negative. In third house, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. Venus is positive, Ketu is not very positive. Sun position in third house is positive. Mercury positive and active both. But in sixth house, moon position is not very positive. But we always want to look for a help. Saturn position positive and active. Seventh house is empty. Eighth house position of Jupiter is very positive. Ninth house Rahu's position is positive and active. Both dual, not negative, not positive, dual. Mars 10th house is empty. 11th house is occupied by Mars, very positive, very prominent. 12th house empty, no planet at all. Let me define you monthly conclusion for month of November for Leo. In this coming month, result of Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu transiting in third house. In third house, the four planets, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. There will be rise in vigor and vitality. Rise in your wealth, fame and honor, rise in communication. Third house, the communication will multiply 4 times. You'll be communicating with the world, and through communication, you'll achieve name, fame, and lots of opportunity. You will achieve gain of name, fame, and dominance over your opponents. You'll be very courageous. Your courage and confidence will be at the peak. There would be a lot of favor from superior, no doubt about it. But third house is house of communication. All these 4 planets will energize the third house. You'll put a lot of effort in your new activity and you'll be rewarded. There would be acquisition of money and lifestyle and comforts and luxuries. Success in in any official jobs. If you're performing any official task, you'll be successful. Efforts will be handsomely rewarded. You'll be achieving success and happiness and harmony. Frequently, you travel around. Through your courage, through your confidence, you will be able to resolve your problems and complications, dominate over your opponents. Business activity will provide you income resources. You'll gain in wealth and fame. Opponent will be destroyed. Opponents will be rooted out. Travel and business are gainful. Favor may come through to you from government authority or those people who are in power. Association with friends and siblings will be profitable. You'll also associate with a lot of people. Your undertaking will meet success. Money will be gained. Communication will be at the peak. Through communication, you'll come across a lot of opportunity. You'll be inclined to take a lot of journeys. All the efforts will be rewarded. Communication become opportunities. All the communication, business networking becoming the opportunities. You're confident as a brave as lion, courageous as lion, very, very courageous and present yourself very strong and phenomenally unique. You'll be brave and at the same time, with networking, you achieve prosperity. And you will be able to use your intelligence in a most applied way. And you'll be making a lot of professional friends, gain their favor gain the favor from higher authorities. You'll be bold in your overall attitude and convincing anybody. You will have a lot of business relationship, personal relationship. You'll be engaging a lot of independent business networking, enhancing your status, enhancing your prestige, and building yourself up. You'll be presenting yourself as a very resourceful person. You may go in for big dealing and have an independent venture or project, and you'll be able to fulfill your ambitions. You will be materialize your ambitions in the real-time system. Your actions will be extremely bold. You will achieve a lot independently, but you may not accept any kind of subordination. You'll have an independent temperament. You'll earn the money through your own efforts. Your vigor and vitality will be absolutely finest. You'll be self-dependent. You'll be achieving a lot. And this particular time period, you'll do the best. You can accomplish the best. You will achieve a lot. Result of Moon and Saturn in 6th house. Result of Moon and Saturn in 6th house. Health will be good. 6th house, house of enemies, house of disease. But Moon and Saturn together in 6th house, health will be good and efforts will be rewarded. A lot of your problem will be done and dusted. If you have any enemies, you will be able to annihilate your enemies. You'll be root them out. You'll meet success if you're working if you're already involved in a litigation, and you will be able to achieve your success if you're already involved in litigation. Desire will be fulfilled. Wealth will be gained. There will be a rise in profession. You may acquire chest infection, cough, eye disease, or fear from authorities. There may be false allegation with consequent some kind of a loss of peace of mind and happiness. There may be an undesired journey to this phase of time. You may also lose some money. You may also join your hands with enemies. You'll be victorious after fighting with your enemies. You will be inclined towards a lot of people. You will create a lot of enmity on account of your partner, and you will suffer losses. You will create a lot of enmity with a lot of people on account of your partner, and you have to be very careful. And sometimes you'll fighting for your partner. Sometimes you will be fighting with your partner. Sometimes you develop an enmity between you and your partner. Situation can be, sometimes you are fighting for your partner. Sometimes you will be fighting with your partner. Or some kind of bitterness will be developed between you and your partner. Relationship will have a lot of frictions. A lot of issues are there. Undesired issues, but you got to sort it out. And you may end up losing some money on account of enemies or thieves and thugs or people who are working for you. People can cheat you. Be careful. Don't blind faith on anybody if you're running a large organization. People can deceive you, cheat you, and accomplish their goal by deceiving you. Be careful. Especially if you're running a huge organization, be extra careful. Result of Mars in 11th house. Most prominent position of Mars in 11th house. Most distinguished position of Mars in 11th house. You'll be enjoying good income resources. You can multiply your income resources by 1, by 5, by 11 times. All depend on your decision choices and your abilities. You'll enjoy good income resources. If you are running a project, or if you're running a program, if your company CEO, with team effort, you can achieve a most dignified success. With professional friends' help, with professional people around you, you can make impossible to possible. Your status will be enhanced. Business will provide you gain. You'll acquire a lot of comfort, lifestyle. You name it, name, fame, and establishment. And everybody will be source of your comfort. All the business people, professional people, decision maker will support you, will help you to win over the game. Thick or thin. Whole world is going to support you. All professional world is going to support you. You will earn the money through your own efforts. With team effort, you can accomplish a huge success. You'll attain many benefits. Fame is also one of them. Performing a lot of unique deeds. You'll make a lot of effort to acquire a lot of wealth. You'll be very successful. You'll be proven to be a very fine leader, a very unique leader. And you'll help quite a lot of people. You'll acquire wealth by your decision-making ability, by your work, by your professional ethics. You'll achieve name and fame and establishment. And you can make some project very, very successful with your own efforts. Result of Rahu in 9th house. Rahu's position 9th house. Sometimes you have to be very careful. Sometimes Rahu's position 9th house. Disappointments can be there. And then you have to look after your relationship with your elders, with your parents, with your elders, with your teacher, with your mentor, with your guru. And travel opportunities will be there, but you only travel if it's very, very important. Otherwise, you won't. Result of Jupiter in 8th house. Result of Jupiter in 8th house, look after yourself from any kind of an accident. Look after your health and well-being. There may be some kind of a losses in business or travel if you're not careful. There are disappointments, and you have to look after your family relationship. Relationship between you and your partner. Relationship between you and your parents. And there are some kind of a hidden, unexpected financial gain. Unexpected gain will be there, or somebody will offer you financial help, or you might achieve some sort of kind of a money through grant or loan, or some lump sum is coming along. But at the same time, look after yourself from any stomach infection, any chest infection. But make sure you got to focus what you're doing. You got to concentrate what you're doing. That's the only way you can achieve your dignified success. But there will be sudden gain. Financial gain, sudden gain, which you never earned with your own hard work. Some kind of a sudden achievement will be there in the month of November. Stand by. Leo month of November 2022. The prominent dates for month of November are 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 17th, 18th, 22nd, 23rd, 28th, 29th, 30th of November. These November dates are for signing any important contract, organizing any important event or meeting, business meeting, test, exam, interview, presentation or romantic date. Wish you all the very best of luck. Virgo month of November 2022, the conclusion of the month for Virgo for this particular month. First thing first, your monthly chart. In the monthly chart, the Lagna, the sixth, with the Virgo's number 6 is empty. Lagna is empty. Second house is occupied by transiting by Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. Ketu position in second house is not positive, is negative. Third house is empty. Fourth house is empty. Fifth house is occupied by Moon and Saturn. And combination of Moon and Saturn is not very positive. Some houses it give a good result. Some houses it don't give a good result. The position of Moon and Saturn is actually spoiling each other's good effect. Sixth house is empty. Seventh house is occupied by Jupiter in his own sign, Pisces. Very unique position of Jupiter. Eighth house is occupied by Rahu, very negative position of Rahu in 8th house. 9th house is empty. 10th house is again occupied by Mars, very prominent position. 11th house is totally empty. 12th house is empty. Let's talk about month of November, the conclusion of the month for Virgo. For in this coming month, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu transiting in second house. Virgo, if you have any opponent, you will be able to dominate over them. There will be rise in income resources, gain to your name and fame and possible. Friends provide you benefits. You associate with a lot of opposite sex companions means you will be able to fulfill your dream, desire, achieve your objective and make huge success in your ventures. There will be excessive wealth, acquisition of valuable items and assets. There would be strife with the family members, especially matrimonial relationship can have fluctuation. You may suffer a lot of health issue regarding eye or mouth disease or mouth infection or throat infection or mouth infection. You will be able to lead your family. You will be able to lead your business, lead your organization, and you will prove yourself as the highest official in your at home as well as in your business, profession, career. You will be proved to be a accumulator of wealth, efficient in lending and borrowing money, and you will achieve full family name and having a lifestyle and comforts and luxuries. You'll always be thinking about money and making money. You'll be prosperous in your efforts, especially business efforts. All the efforts will bring handsome rewards. You'll be satisfied as much you can achieve and get. You'll earn a lot of interest and business profit. You'll be performing a lot of good deeds. You'll protect your family very carefully. You'll be looking after all of them. You'll benefit financially through government or through private employment, through business, through career. You'll achieve major benefits. You're blessed with family support, but you can lose some money through cheating, deception, theft, or punishment. Be careful. Watch your word of speech. Watch your conduct and dealing. Watch your attitude and behavior. Be careful. Result of Moon and Saturn in 5th house. Look after your health. Look after your partner's health. Education can be disrupted due to distorted thinking, due to negative thinking, due to lack of concentration or lack of focus. Abdominal issue can be source of suffering if you're eating too much acidic food. If there will be definitely a birth of a new project, new venture, new idea. You'll gain name, fame, and acquiring a lot of wealth with your creativity, with your dynamic spirit. You will be inclined toward learning and upgrading your knowledge, ability, and skill set. During this phase of time, you will be highly active, very creative, very dynamic. You like to do something new. You'll be speaking very intelligently and you'll achieve fame. And a lot of people will recognize your knowledge, ability, and skill set, and you will earn their respect. A lot of people can offer you unique, dignified opportunities. Stand by. Result of Jupiter in 7th house. Happiness will come to you, no doubt about it. And if you're looking for companionship, if you're looking for joint venture, business venture, if you're looking for partnership, if you're looking for marriage proposal, something is there waiting for you. Wealth, name, fame, professional rising will be gained. You will be developing a new fruitful association with new people, desirable people. And any joint venture or amalgamation will be profitable. Comfort will come to you. You'll will be able to fulfill your hopes, ambitions, and desires. You'll have a companionship. You're blessed with happiness and harmony. If you are in a joint venture, your achievements will be most dignified. You will achieve your desirable success, what you've been waiting for. You'll be achieving your desirable companion, what you've been waiting for. Best of luck. Result of Mars in 10th house. Mars position in 10th house is most prominent. Wealth will be gained. Name will be gained. Achievement will be gained. No doubt about it. You'll have a promotion in your business, profession, career. Higher authority will support you. Decision maker will favor you. Decision maker will stand by you. You will be able to dominate any of your opponents, any of your rivals. You'll achieving dignified success in your undertaking. Your health will be strong and improving. You may also become a center of controversy, what you have done in the past. Due to your past action, you can become a center of controversy. Something dodgy deals happened in the past. That can hunt you down. You will progress due to your own vigor and vitality. And you might start a new project. And you're receiving a lot of honor from people who are higher authorities or decision maker. You'll achieve more financial gain, like a professional gain, financial gain, income resources, appointment to the very unique post, appointment letter, acquiring employment, acquiring a job or status. Decision maker will favor you. Higher authority will support you. And you will be highly rewarded. You'll be given some kind of a regular wages or scale or contract or awards or a very healthy contract, business professional contract, or some kind of an asset like a car or property. Something is there waiting for you. And people will appreciate you, people will award you, reward you. Result of Rahu in 8th house. Sometimes your marriage relationship can fluctuate. Sometimes your business traveling can result losses. Sometimes your accomplishment, achievement won't match. You have to be very careful regarding your actions, regarding your conduct, regarding your dealings. Be aware of any kind of a health issues regarding if there are any sharp pain in your lower part of your tummy, in lower abdomen, be careful. Be aware of financial losses. Look after your health and general happiness. And enemies will be rising. There will be a lot of fluctuations. Virgo, month of November 2022. The prominent dates for month of November are 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 19th, 20th, 24th, 30th of November are the prominent date. If you're signing any important contract, organizing any important event or meeting, business meeting, exam, test, interview, presentation, these are the prominent dates. You must pick any of these days and wish you all the very best of luck. Libra, month of November 2022, the conclusion of the month for Libra. First thing first, your monthly chart. Libra, the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu transiting in your Lagna in Libra. Second house is empty. Third house is empty. Fourth house is occupied by Moon and Saturn. Fourth house is this combination of Moon and Saturn together in fourth house. Fifth house is empty. Sixth house is occupied by Jupiter, position in sixth house. Seventh house is occupied by Rahu. Eighth house is empty. Ninth house is occupied by Mars. 10th house is empty. 11th house is empty. 12th house is empty. Lagna is occupied by four planets: Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. The position of these four planets are very prominent and quite important. Fourth house occupied by Moon and Saturn. The family happiness is also activated. The Lagna is activated. House of profession is not activated, but Professional house is the aspect of Saturn in the house of profession. 6 houses are highly activated. So Jupiter position 6 houses activated. House of luck is highly activated, occupied by Mars. Let's talk about month of November, the conclusion of the month for this coming month. First thing first, the result of Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in Lagna in the core of the monthly chart. If there are any enemies present at the moment, you'll dominate over them. At this particular time period, you'll be very active, very creative, very dynamic. Mentally, physically, spiritually. You'll be highly charged. A new business interest will come your way. A new business, professional, financial opportunity will come your way. Mentally, you'll be highly charged. You'll be very, very active. You'll be extremely happy. Through your intelligence and common sense, you'll be enjoying quite a lot. You'll achieve a lot. Your health will be good. There will be some enhancement to your status, prestige and honor. You will be able to fulfill your desire, indulging in luxuries and lifestyle, enjoying domestic harmony. Professionally, there is a rise in status, prestige and honor. Professionally, there is a rise in promotion, rise in income resources. You'll associate with a lot of things. You'll associate with a lot of companions. You'll associate with a lot of new people. You'll associate with the new people around you. And you'll developing a lot of new contacts. You'll come across a lots of opportunities. And there's an opportunity to travel, opportunity to create a major change. But at the same time, look after your conduct, look after your behavior, look after your dealing, look after your presentation. Be careful when you present to other people. Be careful how you address the overall situation. You come across a lot of opposition, stumbling blocks. There are a lot of trouble from the enemies, people who have animosity toward you. But with your own knowledgeability, skill set, with your own drive, determination, your progress will be there. Your achievements will be there, but only with your own efforts. You'll be respected. You'll be known. You'll be achieving name, fame, and establishment. You'll be victorious in your efforts. You'll be able to resolve a lot of your problems. There'll be enhancement to your name and fame and establishment. You'll be enjoying a lot of companionship. A lot of new opportunities will be there regarding companionship. But beware of being short-tempered. Beware of being argumentative. Try not to be extra argumentative. Try to be extra careful. If you are suffering from any itching problem or skin problem, if you are in a government job or government service, then you might be promoted to some status, achieving a dignified status, achieving a dignified prestige and honor. If you're not in government job, again, this particular time period, you'll be achieving rise in status, prestige and honor. You'll be able to lead a professional business organization. Your presentation will be extremely powerful, very great. Your achievements will be dignified. You might travel around the globe. You might travel abroad. You'll be highly extravagant, spending a lot of money, enjoying a lot of companionship. And you'll be in contact with a lot of professional people, a lot of companions. Luxury, lifestyle, name, fame, establishment will be there. A lot of new contacts will be developed, which will work for you. And these new contacts will offer you most dignified opportunities. So stand by. Result of Moon and Saturn in 4th house. If you're a medical professional or engineer or professionally you're doing something to do with pharmacy or medicine, then your achievements will be most dignified, most unique, most finest. Your friends, relatives would be helpful toward you. There would be gain in your professional status. You'll achieve benefit from the land and the property. You'll acquire some kind of a property or vehicle. You may also look for a new residence. There may be some kind of abdominal pain during this phase of time. Land, vehicle may cause you tension. You may suffer a lot of mental anguish and fear from thieves and thugs. Illness may plague you this particular time, especially illness may plague your mother. Look after your mother's health. Look after your own mental and physical health. Look after your family's mental and physical health. Travel can be there. You can be running around quite a lot. But you will attain the prosperity with your hard work, with your determination. If you want to construct a property or building a property, this is the right time. Your earning will multiply. If you are a builder, if you're a property developer, your earning can multiply by 1, by 4 times. No doubt about it. But with you, higher the vision, higher the earning, higher the achievements. And if you're a property developer or somebody who are buying a land and developing into something else, this is the right time. You can accomplish something most dignified. Result of Rahu in 7th house. And look after your marriage, look after your romantic relationship, look after your personal relationship. There will be domestic strife. And if you're already in a relationship, look after, beware of any kind of a development misunderstanding, beware of any kind of a living conflict and argument within the relationship, beware of any kind of a separation or divorce, or any kind of bitterness, or any kind of development misunderstanding between you and your partner. Travel will cause you suffering. There may be a lot of trouble from health issues regarding lower abdomen and some kind of a secret tension which you sometimes like to share, sometimes you don't want to share with anybody. But you have to be very careful. If there are any development misunderstanding between you and your partner, then don't watch and wait and watch. No, you got to initiate, you got to intervene, you got to sort it out for bigger and better. Result of Mars in 9th house. Travel opportunity will come to you frequently. Your sibling may be source of your strife. You will earn your living by being crafty. You will earn your living by being crafty. You will undertake a lot of journeys. Beware of any relationship arguments, conflicts. Beware of any kind of issues like that. And do what you need to do. But at the same time, if you're making any important decision or choices, you have to think long-term future before you make any decision or choices. Don't do anything which you can't justify. Result of Jupiter in 6th house. Enemies will be rising. And you'll meet a lot of frequently you having a lot of arguments, conflicts, debates, and sometimes disputes. And Jupiter position in 6th house, you may suffer a lot of anguish. Look after any health issue regarding abdomen, or eyes, or male or female health issues. There will be some kind of a attitude or driven attitude toward performing any religious activities. You'll bear enmity toward your family members. You may join hand with your enemies. You will be victorious after fighting with your enemies. Be careful. And don't do anything which you can't justify. And at the same time, you have to be extremely cautious and very, very careful. If you want to do something, if you want to involve yourself in something, be extra careful. And make sure, do consider a long-term future before you make any important decision or choices. Libra, month of November 2022. The prominent dates are 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 22nd, 27th, 6th, 27th of November are the important dates. Signing any important contract, organizing any important event or meeting or romantic date or test or exam or interview or presentation, business date or romantic date. Wish you very best of luck. Scorpio, month of November 2022, the conclusion of the month. First thing first, let me discuss with you monthly chart, the month of November for Scorpio. Lagna is empty. Where the number 8 is written, the Lagna is empty, and the second house is owned by Sagittarius, is empty. Third house, Capricorn, occupied by Moon and Saturn. Fourth house, Aquarius, empty. Fifth house is the sign is living here, Pisces, but occupied by the Lord of Pisces, Jupiter. Fifth house is occupied by Jupiter, very positive. Sixth house position, Scorpio, Rahu, extremely unique, very positive. Seventh house is empty. Eighth house is Mars position, Mangal, Mars, not positive, very negative. Ninth house is empty. 10th house is empty, and 11th house is again empty. 12th house is occupied by 4 planets: Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. But we have to address this particular scenario situation of 12th house and Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. And 6th house, the Rahu is looking at 12th house. There are influence of 5 planets in 12th house. You have to be extremely cautious and careful. Mars position in the Lord planet, Lord of South Scorpio, Mars, occupied in transiting in the 8th house. Not very positive. So I'm going to define you step by step all the planets. Scorpio month of November, the conclusion of the month for this particular month. First thing first, Moon and Saturn transiting in 3rd house. Moon and Saturn, the both position 3rd house is okay, good. You'll be able to dominate over your opponents, no doubt about it. You'll have a lot of enthusiasm. Networking will be quite a lot. Communication will be at the peak. Your undertaking will meet success. Through communication, you'll coming across lots of unique opportunities. You'll be gaining wealth and benefit from people who have higher authorities, favor from authorities, from the government, people who have a authority, power. There would be anxiety about your relationship with your brother and sister, about your relationship with your friends. Some of your secret desire would be fulfilled. You receive favor from a lot of companion, and though you would be inclined toward victorious and religious deeds, you'll be participating in a lot of religious deeds and activate in a lot of things. And some of you unscrupulous deeds cannot be ruled out. You'll be full of vigor and vitality, and a lot of accomplishments will be there. And this particular time period, you have a lot of support, guidance, and you'll be help, support and guidance will be there if you want to. All the help, support and guidance will be there to support you to accomplish your dignified objectives. You'll be extremely bold. The courage will be at the phenomenal level. Confidence will be at the highest level. With that confidence, with your courage, you can convince anybody. You'll be very participating in a lot of things, engaging in a lot of independent business, enhancing your status, prestige and honor. You will earn wealth through your own efforts. You'll progress with your own strength, with the help of your family members. You'll be performing a lot of good deeds and make you very popular amongst the people. People will admire you and honor your courage and confidence. With your courage and confidence, you can accomplish anything. You can move anything. You can define anything. You can do anything. You can make it bigger and better. Result of Jupiter in 5th house. The position of Jupiter in 5th house, the house of activity. You'll be highly active. You'll be highly creative. You'll be highly dynamic. You'll be very much driven. A new project will achieve you something dignified. Your wealth will be gained. You'll enjoy rise in name and fame and dignity. If you have any opponents, you'll be dominant over them. You'll be acquiring knowledge, ability and skill set. Your health will be strong. You will be prosperous. And with your hard work, determination, you achieve name, fame and establishment. You'll be able to root out any of your pains, any of your problems. You'll bless with accomplishments. You'll get the profit. You'll get the achievements. You'll get the rewards. You'll be very popular and earn their respect. You'll be very popular and you earn the respect of decision maker. Whole world is going to support you. You'll be highly active, creative and dynamic. With your determination, with your creativity, you can accomplish quite a lot. You can accomplish dignified success and prosperity. Result of Rahu in 6th house. Result of Rahu in 6th house. Enemies will be, you will be able to overcome a lot of your enemies. Any problem you will be able to overcome. Rahu in 6th house will help you like a guardian. If you need a doctor, if you need a consultant, if you need a problem shooter, if you need anything, if you need money, Rahu will say, okay, I'm helping you. Whatever you need, Rahu will provide you. If you have enemies, Rahu will root it out. You'll be able to overcome your enemies. If you have a health problem, Rahu will bring the doctor. If you need a money problem, Rahu will bring again a sort out your money problem. And Rahu in 6th house will help you thick or thin and make you very good. Wealth will be gained. Your efforts will be rewarded. You'll achieve comfort, lifestyle. Professional rise is going to happen. You can deal with any complex problem. Rahu will help you. Result of Mars in 8th house. Mars position, your Lord planet Mars transiting in 8th house, not very good. Beware of any kind of illness. Beware of any issue linked with blood, any issue with the lower abdomen, any issue with surgery, any issue with operation. There may be a lot of injury from weapons, from sharp objects, or due to accident. Beware of any kind of an accident. You may even have to undergo a lot of health issues. Wealth can be lost. You may be suffering from a lot of domestic strife. You have a lot of secret worries and tension. Please refrain from out of control behavior and foul temper. Any overreaction. Please beware of any accident. Try not to involve yourself in any kind of a gambling. You can achieve a sudden financial gain. You can achieve a sudden achievement. You can go through sudden financial gain or sudden financial losses. Both can happen. You have to look after your health. Regarding below the button of belly, any issue linked with blood, any issue linked with digestive system, you may suffer from a lot of health issue regarding intestine. You may have allergic reaction. Beware of accident. Refrain from dodgy companion. Refrain from dodgy people, please. Result of Sun, Mercury, Venus in Ketu. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in 12th house. 12th house is highly activated. The 12th house is activated due to position of 4 planets in 12th house. There may be eye infection or headaches, abdominal discomfort due to this phase of time. You will be highly excited and there will be, may I say, bitterness in your temperament. Loss of earning and disappointment may be faced by you. But sometimes your expectation achievement won't match. Sometimes your expectations are paramount, but achievements are not matching those kind of expectations. Achievements are very little. Look after your health. Beware of huge debts. Sometimes you can be out of your comfort zone. The expenditure can be sky high. The expenditure on due to legality, the expenditure due to illness, the expenditure due to family commitment, the expenditure or debts can be high. You may also suffering due to false allegation. Look after yourself. The spending on virtuous religious pursuit would be done and dusted. Opponent will be rising. You will have a lot of trouble with higher authorities. Expenditure will be excessive. Physically, you may fail as well as having some anguish. Your eyes may trouble you. There will be excessive expenditure. There may be fear from enemies, mental anguish, disfavor from those people who have a high position. Travel may be forced upon you and you'll be deprived of a lot of comforts, personal comfort. Sometimes expenditure can be quite high. Sometimes debts can be building up. Beware of any kind of cheating, deception, fraud. Beware of any kind of robberies in the house or the business. You spend a lot of money and sometimes be careful. You might lose in argument and be careful. Refrain from any kind of a wasteful expenditure. You're traveling quite a lot. Sometimes those traveling will only build your bill. No accomplishment. Only build your debts, not accomplishment. Beware of financial obstacles. And you can be punished by higher authorities, punished by legal people. You can go through hardship by dealing with legal people. Legal people will harass you. You will earn through your own efforts. Nobody will give you any money, but you have to acquire the money. And this particular time period, sometime legal land of the law will find you on error. Land of the law will punish you, fine you, penalize you. You spend a lot of money either for these kind of due to legal commitments or due to fine, penalty, punishment or due to some kind of a speculation or fulfilling your secret desire. So be careful. Sometimes your expectation achievement don't match. Sometimes you're spending a lot of money, but be careful. Scorpio, month of November 2022. The prominent dates are 1st, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 24th, 25th, 28th, 29th of November are the prominent dates for signing any important contract, organizing any important event or meeting, business meeting, romantic date, test, exam, interview, presentation. These are the important meetings. So these are the important dates. Wish you very best of luck. Sagittarius, month of November 2022 for all of you. Let's look at the Sagittarius monthly chart. Lagna doesn't have any planet. Second house is occupied by Saturn and Moon together. Saturn position and moon position both have to be positive here. And third house is empty. Fourth house is occupied by Jupiter in Pisces. Fifth house is occupied by Rahu in Aries. Sixth house is empty. Seventh house is occupied by Mars in Gemini. Eighth house is occupied nothing. Ninth house is empty. 10th house is occupied with nothing, 0. 11th house is occupied by Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu, very prominent. 11th house is occupied by 4 planets. 12th house is empty. The Lord planet Jupiter transit in 4th house, and the 7th and the 10th Lord occupied in 11th house. Very prominent. So let's talk about monthly conclusion, month of November, Sagittarius, with the full month of conclusion. Let's talk about result of Saturn Moon in 2nd house, the combination of Moon, Saturn in 2nd house. General harmony with the family member would be there. Sagittarius, you'll acquire wealth. There will be some sort of a gain in your business, gain in your profession, gain in your professional gain will be there. You're meeting a lot of people in this particular month. Superior will be helpful toward you. People will support you. People will help you. People will guide you. There may be a chance of acquiring some kind of eye infection or issue with your eyesight. There may be some domestic issue you have to deal with each other and some kind of unnecessary friction. Opposition from your nearest superiors can happen. You have to resolve any kind of misunderstanding or any kind of false allegation will be imposed upon you. You have to sort out those as well. Beware of any issue regarding eye disease or oral infection, abdominal troubles, or some kind of issues with health. Sagittarius, you will be prosperous in your business dealing. You will be able to make a deal. You will be able to accomplish something unique. You will be able to earn the interest in business profit. There may be some issues within the family issues, and money will be spent from the family. You might get a hidden treasure or gain from speculation or some kind of a unexpected money like a lottery. That can happen. But those can be the chances. So stand by. Result of Jupiter in 4th house. Land, business will provide you gain. Sagittarius, in this particular month, you may benefit from higher authorities, benefit from government favors, and you will be enjoying income resources. You'll have a comfortable living and recognition from decision maker, appreciation from decision maker for higher authorities. You'll achieve blessings and assets. You'll get many benefit and attain wealth, support and guidance without any reservation. You'll achieve a status by which you will be able to lead a business professional organization. You will be established and endowed with all kind of support, comfort, luxuries, lifestyle, respected by the professional decision makers and possession of valuable items and assets. You'll be comfortable. Jupiter position is most prominent. Result of Rahu in 5th house. Sometime your expectations, sometime your achievements won't match. Your vision will be unique, but you got to build up your drive, become more determined, invest more discipline in your routine. Sometimes your achievements and accomplishment won't match because discipline sometimes can fluctuate. Sometimes when the achievements and accomplishment won't match, then there will be a lot of mental anguish due to that. There will be a lot of fear, and because your accomplishment achievement won't match, that's why. But if you invest, your drive is there, your determination is there, but invest more discipline. Do what you do the most needful, and your vision is unique. Look after, beware of any kind of a distraction, beware of lack of focus, lack of concentration. That's the only way you can create an interruption to yourself. If you refrain from any kind of a lack of focus, lack of concentration, nobody can stop your progression of rising and accomplishment. Nobody can block it. Nobody will be able to block it. You can block it by yourself by lack of discipline. That's the only thing. Result of Mars in 7th house. Watch your word of speech, watch your behavior, watch your attitude, watch your mingling, watch your dealing, watch your how you're addressing the people, watch your mannerism. If you don't watch it very properly, then with your behavior, with your attitude, with your mannerism, with your temper, you will create a lot of domestic issues, domestic strife. There will be a living conflict and you will suffer from a lot of issues, mental issues, health issues, lot of issues. And sometimes if you're a married person, matrimonial happiness can be missing, not there. You have a living conflict 24/7, but not matrimonial happiness or companionship. Refrain from any kind of unscrupulous activities. If you're traveling, you'll experience some kind of a suffering. You must look after your family relationship. You must look after your relationship health. Stop investing too much aggression and ego in your relationship. Your accomplishment will be great if you control your temper, if you control your temperament, if you control your mannerism, word of speech, behavior. If you are professionally doing legal practice, if you're a professional salesperson, if you're a professional dealer, your achievements will be dignified. You may spend money in court cases or arguments or quarrels or disputes or resolving disputes or fulfilling your hidden desires. No doubt about it. You will do that. Result of Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in 11th house. There would be income resources from business project, from ventures, from ideas, from undertakings. Especially if you are leading a project, if you're leading a program, if you're company CEO, with the help of team, you can accomplish something dignified. Your status will be enhanced. Your flow of income will be there. Your income resources will be there and rising. You may also acquire some kind of a comfort, so luxuries or lifestyle and vehicle as well. You will have an inclination to do many good deeds. You will achieving gain in your name, fame. Travel and business will grant you prosperity. Your dignity and status will be enhanced. You will be able to fulfill your desire. There will be a lot of earning from business and gain, and professional accomplishment will be there in your professional or business activity. The gain may be possibly from craft, from manufacturing, from importing, for performances, art and craft performances. The gain will be from business activities, networking, providing any service. Yes, your status and prestige will be enhanced. You'll enjoy associating with professional friends, professional people. Those people will help you quite a lot. Thick or thin. Business activity can be a source of gain. Your business tour will bring some sort of a lump sum. Wealth will be rising. Money will be rising. You'll have an elevation in your professional status. There may be a tendency for you to indulge in dark art, in some kind of a craft, like a tantra. You will be performing as a good leader and you will be able to lead the team, and you will achieve wealth and acquiring money from decision maker, opportunity from decision maker, prosperity from decision maker. And you work very efficiently. You'll get profit from decision maker. Will be very popular among people, professional people. Will have a good reputation. You'll attain name, fame, victory and profit, and have all kind of support, help and guidance to achieve your dignified success. You'll get money by defeating your enemies. You'll be acquiring a plenty of opportunities from business people and the service people. You'll offer a lot of dignified opportunities. You'll make a continuous gain and able to find happiness and harmony and respect, enhancing your reputation, raising your status, prestige and honor indefinitely. Sagittarius, month of November, the prominent dates are 3rd, 4th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 26th, 29th and 30th of November are the prominent dates are for signing any important contract, organizing any important event or meeting, business meeting, interview date, test exam, romantic date. Wish you the very best of luck. Capricorn, conclusion for month of November 2022. The conclusion. First thing first, your monthly chart. Lagna, the Capricorn, occupied by Moon and Saturn. The union is here in Capricorn, in Lagna. Second house is empty. Third house is occupied by Pisces and Jupiter. Fourth house is occupied by Aries and Rahu. Fifth house is empty. Sixth house is occupied by Moon in Mars, not Moon, Mars in Gemini. Seventh house is empty. Eighth house is empty. Ninth house is empty. 10th house is occupied in Libra. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu, but in Libra. 11th house is empty. 12th house is empty. So in this particular union, in this monthly forecast, Moon-Saturn union in Lagna is positive, negative. Rahu's position, 4th house is not as positive, is negative. Mars position here is supportive Mars in 6th house. Jupiter in 3rd house is very unique and positive. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu is positive. It's very unique and very creative. Let's talk about November 2022, the conclusion of the month for Capricorn. In this coming month, Saturn and Moon transiting your Lagna. The income would be rising, but expenditure will be excessive. You'll get the favor from a lot of female. Generally, the result will be good. There may be a lot of opposition from superiors. You may be developing a lot of health issues. And if you're suffering with any issue with infections, swelling, inflammation, or asthmatic issues, be careful. Some disappointment may also be there. The mind would be fickle and making a lot of right decision can be difficult. Sometimes you can be all over the place. Refrain from being lazy or adopting layback attitude. Try not to be lazy. Try not to adopt any layback attitude. If you do that, the opportunity will not be there. If you have become very dynamic, very power mad, very creative, very dynamic, don't waste any time. Be more driven, be more determined, be more disciplined, then accomplishment will be magnified. Accomplishment can be dignified and achievements will be most honorable. But at the same time, beware of any health issues. If you get rid of the discipline, the disappointment will come along. If the discipline goes, disappointment come along permanently. Discipline in, no disappointment there. The choice is yours. You want discipline or you want disappointments? I want discipline, no disappointment. So, choice yours. Disfavor may come from those people who have authorities. Higher authority can penalize you sometime. There will be a tendency to associate with a lot of foul people. Try not to be. You will be well respected, victorious, enhancing your name. You will be performing a lot of good deeds in this particular month. And may I say that you should. Why not? And you will be sometime presenting a very much strength in your presentation, but rough in your speech. Sometimes you can talk foul. You can upset a lot of people, which you shouldn't. Try not to be impatient. Exercise your humility and patience. Please, it will help you. And sometimes you are unable to keep the secret. Somebody will poke you, you throw away the secret. Don't do that. Don't do that. Result of Jupiter in 3rd house. Associating with your friends or with professional people will be harmonious. More you building your network, more you earning opportunity for dignified accomplishment. More you mingling with people, communicating with the world around you, more you'll enjoying favors, more you'll be building up the network for business empire. Business provide you gain, but those gain will come through the business opportunities. Those opportunities will give you business. Business will provide you gain. More you building the network, more you acquiring the opportunities. More you have the opportunities, more you have a business, more you have a financial gain. You will be inclined toward a lot of good deeds. You'll be skilled in making a lot of professional contact and making friends and winning people's heart. People will be very appreciable toward you. People will be okay. But at the same time, try to maintain very respectful relationship with elders. More you be very polite, very humble, very sweet, very, very unique with people around you. You will gain a lot of favor from authorities, lot of favor from authorities. People who have wealth, power and authority, they'll support you. You will be very bold in your action, very convincing, very solid. And at the same time, you'll be engaging in a lot of independent project, independent business venture. You'll be enhancing your status, prestige and honor, name, fame and establishment. You'll be accomplishing a lot of opportunities. You'll make something dignified. Result of Rahu in 4th house. Refrain from daydreaming. Be more practical. Refrain from daydreaming. Travel can be source of suffering if you're not fully organized. Ill health may plague your family, mentally and physically. Friends and relatives can be source of your problem. They can wind you up. You can be living in a conflict which you shouldn't be. There's excessive expenditure. Sudden things happen, may occur. Things that can, sometimes you can be all over the place. You may suffer a lot of fall in status. You can be in the middle of a conflict. Be careful. Rahu's position in 4th house. Sometimes peace of mind, sometimes happiness, sometimes calmness can be missing. Refrain from starting any living conflict with anybody, personally or professionally. People can wind you up. People can politically wind you up. People can poke and disturb you. You should become very strong and try not to be oversensitive. Try not to be hyper. Try not to overreact in any situation. If somebody says do something foul and negative, don't go mad straight away. No. Take your time. Think. Do not act or react. People want to convert you into a very biggest joke. Don't be. You can be in the middle of a conflict if you become too hyper, oversensitive, too reactive. Then people will play with your emotions. Don't do that. Result of Mars in 6th house. You will be able to annihilate your opponents. You will be able to annihilate your enemies. You have a lot of success in any matter of litigation. Your status will be elevated. You'll enjoy a lot of favor from those people who have position or power in government. You'll be acquiring a lot of wealth and prosperity. Benefit come to you due to a lot of favor from those people who have power or companions. In general, you'll have a lot of support, guidance, but you might not get along with your family. You might have a living conflict with your family members, brothers, family members, father. You might destroy your family wealth, sometimes due to grudge. You can be troubled by thieves, thugs. You'll have a lot of enemies who can create a lot of problem for you. Sometimes your actions and conduct and dealing are not very unique, not very best of family's interest. Sometimes family will oppose you. They won't approve your activities. Result of Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in 10th house. 10th house is highly activated. You will have a gain in wealth and there will be rising in professional status. There will be general progression. Authorities will be supportive, very favorable toward you. Decision maker will be with you all the time, support you thick or thin. And there will be comfort and respect. There will be comfort and luxuries and lifestyles. You will be able to dominate over your opponents. The decision taken by you would be very wise, result in dignified success in your venture or projects. Your desire will be fulfilled. You gain wealth, comfort, luxuries, lifestyle. Elevation will come to your profession. Rising will come to your profession. You'll be enjoying enhancement to your status. There will be a rise in professional status. You will incline to perform a lot of good deeds. You'll be involved in a lot of different projects. You might change employment. You might consider that. You might thinking to create a change of place regarding employment or job or both. Those in authority can be sometimes source of your pain. Those in authority can bully you sometime. Be careful. You may make a change in your residence. Sometimes you think you should change your residence. Sometimes you think. Journeys will be gainful. You gain dignity and get a professional rising. You may be involved in a lot of government work or official work or contract work, staying close to your decision maker, involving in good deeds. You'll get financial gain, awards, income resources, appointments on people from high post, from decision makers. You might be rewarded as either rewarded as a car or property or both. You'll get a honor, occupying a unique position, which gives you wealth, power and authority. Your luck will be blossoming from official work. You receive honor from decision maker, and you can be very popular, professionally very popular among people and respected by the state. Capricorn, month of November 2022. The prominent dates are 1st, 5th, 6th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 28th, 29th of November. For important dates are for signing any important contract, organizing any important event or meeting, organizing any business meeting, test, exam, interview, presentation, those kind of scenario situation. Pick any of these dates, you'll be achieving success and prosperity and accomplishment. Aquarius, month of November 2022. The conclusion of the month for Aquarius. The monthly chart is like this. The Lagna in Aquarius is, there's no other planet. Second house is occupied by Pisces with Jupiter. Third house occupied with Rahu in Aries. Fourth house, absolutely no planet. Fifth house is occupied by Mars in Gemini. Sixth house occupied with no planet. Seventh house have no planet. Eighth house is occupied with nothing, no planet. Ninth house is occupied with Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in Libra. 10th house occupied with nothing, no planet. 11th house occupied with no planet. 12th house is occupied by Saturn and Moon in Capricorn. Your Lord planet Saturn in 12th house with Moon in Capricorn. So here we go. Aquarius, month of November 2022. The conclusion of the month is this. Jupiter position in second house. Very prominent position, very unique position. Jupiter position in Pisces in second house is very prominent. Business travel will provide you earning. Business dealing. If you are a professional consultant, you'll achieve a lot of earnings through this. People can be very much convinced by you. You'll have a rising in your status, prestige and honor. Government favor will be there. Decision maker favor will be there. Your income resources will be good. Any opportunity to go to religious journey will come to you away. No problem with that. But if you're a professional consultant, any type of consultant, your rising will be there. You may acquire a lot of money. You may acquire that kind of money. You can buy a car. You will be prosperous in your business dealing, professional dealing. Yes, people will be very much convinced by you. You can make any deal at this particular time or moment. You'll be satisfied as much you can get. You will earn a lot of money, interest and business profit. You'll be very much satisfied with whatever you get. You would protect and enhance your wealth in the form of business. You'll achieve a lot. If you want to, you can multiply your earning. If you want to. All depend on your drive, determination, discipline and your vision. And at the moment, you are at the peak. Result of Rahu in third house. You will be able to dominate any position, any opponents, any enemies. Favor will come from higher authorities. Those people who have authority, wealth and power. Through your communication with the world around you, you can achieve a dignified opportunities. Yes, and those opportunities can give you financial gain, professional status, financial status, and probably you will achieve dignified success and prosperity. More you communicate world around you, more you achieving and liberating yourself for the higher and higher, achieving a dignified status, which will give you wealth, power and authority. Result of Mars in 5th house. Mars position in 5th house, if you're a pregnant lady, then you must look after your health and well-being. But otherwise, if you're a married person, look after your kids' health and well-being. And anybody, if you're look after your tummy, look after your chest, any issue with your tummy or blood pressure or anything. Mars position 5th house, you can suffer with a lot of disappointment or loss of status. Only if you don't become active, creative, dynamic, if you're only screaming and shouting, then Mars in 5th house can multiply your creativity by 5, by 11, 5 or 11 times. All depend how you handle the energy. Sometimes people use that energy to achieve impossible. Use that energy to make it impossible, create something impossible. You have like somebody give you like a river of fuel. So go for manufacturing. Use this fuel. The fuel is river, not some kind of a tank. No. Here the Mars in 5th house multiply your creativity 5 times. But 10% people or 50% people can use that energy into screaming, shouting, picking on fight and losing temper because they don't know how to use energy. But some wise people can use that energy to achieve infinite, to make impossible possible. And you can accomplish your success. Here you can build up your strength, organize yourself, organize your energy. You can achieve dignified success and prosperity. And you can perform a lot of impossible deeds to make it possible. You can accomplish a lot. Result of Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu, 9th house. A new project will come along. You will be able to fulfill your desire, enjoying good fortune, gaining wealth, professional wealth, name, fame and establishment. Journeys will prove to be profitable and you'll be achieving success in your undertaking. You'll have some sort of a rising in your professional status. Journey will be beneficial. There will be a rise in professional status and gain of wealth. You'll be inclined to perform a lot of good deeds. Your undertaking will meet success. You'll involve a lot of virtuous deeds. Any journey undertaken during this phase of time would be beneficial to you. You'll receive favor from higher authorities, from superior. And however, there will be some kind of a disappointment, fall in earning. Friends can be source of opposition. A tendency towards wicked deeds may reveal itself. You may suffer from a lot of pain in the back or arms. You will be capable of solving a lot of problems through your own efforts. You will attain pleasure from abroad. If you're traveling abroad, you'll achieve dignified success and prosperity. You will earn wealth through your own efforts. You'll enjoy harmony and happiness. You'll be honored by decision maker. You'll make lots of big plans. If you are professionally working as professional consultant or financial consultant, then your achievements will be most dignified. You will be prosperous and you'll be endowed with many types of help, support and guidance. You'll be renowned and successful and will be performer of virtuous deeds, religious deeds, good deeds. You'll be there to accomplish anything impossible to possible. Result of Moon and Saturn in 12th house. Moon and Saturn in 12th house, you may acquire a lot of eye infection, cough problem, cold problem. There will be increase in opponents, quarrels, arguments. You may have a lot of mental anguish and you will make excessive expenditure. There will be general laziness. You may suffer a lot of eye infection or issue with your feet or chest. Sometimes those people who have power can be source of your fear. Be careful. There will be some sort of domestic challenges and sometimes third party influence can lot of issues between your family members. There will be a lot of pressure. Sometimes you can be out of comfort zones. You will be able to deal with a lot of complicated, tedious situations and travel or running around of too much will not bring any good result. You should not overcommit. You may also going through a lot of issues. You might travel abroad and this particular time period, at this particular time, you might have to spend a lot of money. It's not like you want to spend money, but situation is like you end up spending a lot of money. Expenditure can be raised due to commitment, due to some obligations. But you got to watch your debts. Beware of higher authorities. A legal authority can punish you severely. Be careful. And you going to face a lot of troubles and problems due to legal authorities. You may spend a lot of companionship. You may spend a lot of money for companionship or fulfilling your secret desires. That can happen. Sometimes you can be out of comfort zone. But if you want to create any change of place, think thoroughly before you make any huge change. You want to create a change of place or anything like that. Be careful. Aquarius month of November 2022. The prominent dates are 3rd, 4th, 7th, 8th, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30th of November. The important prominent dates are for organizing any important contract, organizing any important event or meeting, business meeting, test, exam, interview, presentation or romantic date. Pick any of these dates. Wish you all the very best of luck. Pisces month of November 2022. The monthly forecast for Pisces for this particular month of November. First thing first, your monthly chart. Monthly chart, I'd like to give you overview what is happening in monthly chart. Lagna is Pisces. So, monthly chart, Jupiter is occupied in your Lagna in Pisces. Second house is occupied by Rahu in Aries. Third house is empty. Fourth house is occupied by Mars in Gemini. Fifth house is empty. Sixth house is empty. Seventh house is empty. Eighth house is occupied by 4 planets in Libra. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. Ninth house is empty. 10th house is empty. 11th house is occupied by Moon and Saturn. The position of Jupiter in monthly forecast or monthly chart is very prominent. Position of may I say Saturn in 11th house is prominent. 11th house position, Moon is also prominent. But position of Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in 8th house. Position of Mars in 4th house. Position of Rahu in 2nd house. They are not very, we have to take care of these particular position. Let me start with all of you. Pisces month of November, the conclusion of the month. Result of Jupiter in Lagna. Jupiter position in Lagna is very unique. Here you'll have the support and you'll have the favors. Your business activities will be very active, very productive. And you'll association with a lot of professional people, qualified people, and those people can offer you a lot of help, support and guidance, and those relationships will be profitable for you. And this particular month, the Jupiter position, you'll be able to fulfill your desires. You'll have some rising in your status and accomplishment of objectives. There might be a promotion. You'll progress through your own efforts. You'll be well respected. Your knowledge, ability, skill set will be well recognized and appreciated. You'll be victorious, enhancing your family name and fame and establishment. You'll be very much active, highly active, enterprising, and extremely fulfilling your ambitions, and you'll progress through your own efforts. And with your vision, imagination, creativity, drive, determination, discipline, you can accomplish anything. Result of Rahu in 2nd house. Wealth can be lost if you are, Rahu's 2nd house can be positive and negative. But if you are exercising too much ego, aggression, and too much temperament, and too much stubborn attitude, then money can be lost. Business, professional, travel result will be reduced to losses. But if you are very careful in your presentation, in your dealing, then you can make everything into reverse. But otherwise, you'll have to look after your eye infection, mouth infection. People can be source of your problem, all of them. Everybody who have a legal power or position can be source of your trouble. Be careful. And you got to watch your language, you got to watch your behavior, you got to watch your temperament. Refrain from any kind of ignorance and arrogance. Ignorance and arrogance. When you have dealing with these two, you got to root these two out. That's the only way you can accomplish success. Result of Mars in 4th house. Mars position in 4th house is like at this particular moment, your temper can be sky high. Sometimes you will be, you can overreact, oversensitive, highly sensitive. You may be separated from your friends or relatives. Illness may plague your family or mother. And sometimes you're going through a lot of health issues mentally and physically. But at the same time, look after your relationship, personally and professionally. Sometimes temper can be sky high. You'll have a lot of opposition between you and the people around you. You have a lot of opposition between you and personally and professionally. You'll find rivals in personal life and professional life. Hidden enemies in your family life, in your professional life. People there to oppose you. People will scan your activity and try to pick on you. And if you have become oversensitive or extremely hyper, you can start a huge conflict for you, which won't go anywhere good for you. And at this time, you have to calm down yourself. If you don't calm down yourself, you will face a loss. As long as you calm down yourself, you can protect yourself from any kind of losses. Sometimes peace of mind can be questionable. Sometimes all the activities, journeys can be source of trouble. You'll be living in a personal conflict or professional conflict or both. You'll be surrounded by enemies. You'll be highly active, highly creative. But you've got to watch your behavior, attitude, temper. More you become aggressive, more you become arrogant, more you ruin everything important for you. You will be highly courageous and become a leader of the organization as longer you listen and obey and follow. But as longer you have to eat up your arrogance and ignorance. You have to overcome your ignorance and arrogance. Then you will be able to lead a professional organization, no doubt about it. Result of Moon and Saturn in 11th house. You will be able to dominate over your opponents. Health will be good. Family life may suffer due to illness. There will be professional rising and excessive earnings. Change of residence is possible. You'll be skilled at presenting, dealings and networking. You'll be very skilled developing your professional networking this particular time period. And you'll associate with a lot of qualified people, educated people, knowledgeable people who will help and support you. If you're running any project or program or venture, you'll get the support, help and guidance to achieve a dignified success in your project or in your program. You'll be endowed with a lot of comforts, lifestyle. You will be able to make a continuous gain and able to find happiness and respect. You'll be thoroughly recognized and appreciated. You'll get some kind of a wealth in the form of valuable items and assets. You will excel in your position, attain name and fame and establishment. Your professional status will be rising. As a professional dealer, you'll be quite successful. You'll dominate over your opponents and enemies. You'll be very brave and confident. You'll be performing a lot of good deeds. You will be skilled in fine art and music. You will be succeed in enjoying favor from decision makers. And this particular time period, you have to be extremely cautious and very, very careful. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in 8th house. Opponent will trouble you. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in 8th house. You can meet a lot of excessive expenditure. You may face loss of money. Eye infection or fever or chest infection may trouble you. You got to look after your health and well-being. Your spouse and family life may suffer. Business and travel may result in losses. There is a tendency toward excessive expenditure. There may be illness or eye infection or physical suffering or danger from like a deep water. You got to watch yourself. You can face a lot of opposition from your nearest or dearest one. Sometimes you need help, you need support, but nobody's there to help and support you. People simply leave you alone. Even sometimes your own community, your own family member, even your partner will not be able to support you, help you, or guide you. There would be strife at home. You got to look after your health, mentally and physically. Abdominal issues can be there. Eye infection can be there. And if you are suffering with any kind of a issue regarding piles or fistula or fissura, you got to look after your health. You got to go and see your doctor. There may be loss of money, fear from a lot of unknown things. Money can be lost if you're not careful. Beware of cheating, deception, fraud. Those in authority can be source of your trouble. People can harass you. People can bully you. Only those people who have a legal authority. You may make a change in your residence. There will be pain in your shoulder. You will suffer from a lot of separation from your spouse or friends. Your financial circumstances will improve when you will achieve a buried treasure. Your financial situation can improve when you achieve a hidden financial gain, an unexpected financial gain. You'll be secretively critical of a lot of people. At this particular moment, you have to be extremely cautious and very, very careful regarding your attitude, regarding your dealings. You'll get a sudden financial gain and accomplish quite a lot. But this particular time period, may I say this particular phase of time, you have to organize yourself, what you want to do. Refrain from aggression, and you got to understand the delicacy of the situation. Sometimes the situation can be very delicate. Temper will not be any use. Calmness will help you. You have to acknowledge the requirement or gravity of the situation. Then you have to act with tact. There are 4 planets in 8th house. So look after your health and look after your relationship and watch your conduct and dealing and actions. Please be careful. Pisces month of November. The prominent dates are 1st, 5th, 6th, 9th, 10th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th of November are the important dates for signing any important contract, organizing any important event or meeting, business meeting, test, exam, interview, presentation, any romantic date. Wish you all the very best of luck. I'm sure you like this content. Press the bell for like and kindly become a subscriber and share this content with your friends and family. If you become our Android subscriber, we can offer you 13 weeks trial, full premium content. But if you also become our YouTube subscriber, we can share with you a lot. We can share with you all the conclusions, all the preview for weekly horoscope, monthly horoscope, yearly horoscope, Saturn transit effect, Jupiter transit effect, plus Rahu Ketu's transit effect. You can also participate. You can also share with you a link. Every week we have a 3 live show. Each live show is 2 hours. Every Friday 1200 hour till 1400 hour UK timing. Live show, and every Sunday we have 2 live show. All times are based on UK because I'm based in UK. 1200 hour to 14 hour on Sunday, 1500 hour to 1700 hour UK timing. Live show, live streaming. You can participate in the live show, raise any question about yourself by giving me your name, date of birth, place of birth, time of birth. Ask any question. I'll try my very best to answer your question. You can take a live show, live consultation by becoming a subscriber by pressing the bell for notification. And all the question answer sessions in live show is based on your birth chart, and which will help you if you're making any important vital decision. You can learn a lot for the coming month regarding the environment of the month, your actions, your reactions, your situation, scenario. And if you become our Android subscriber, we can share the full premium content with you by going to the website, download the Android app. Having the full access to the premium content means you have a effect of the transit. All the transit effect will be defined. Mars effects, Sun, Mercury, Venus, all the planetary effect, transit of each and every planet will define all the major 4 planets: Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. So after that, we definition of the conclusion, and then astrological help as a task. What task you need to balance the monthly equation. Sometimes you need the task. And what precaution, what you shouldn't do, and what chanting you can do to boost yourself up. The monthly premium content of all, you can download the app, Android app, and acquire the 13 weeks trial and accomplish that. At the same time, try to become our YouTube subscriber. We can share a lot. So wish you all the very best of luck.